Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Speaking Universally. As always, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the week, we recap everything from the universe mode, give you guys updates on some superstars that have been injured, and so much more here on Speaking Universally that relates everything to universe mode. We start things off with Monday Night Raw as we kick things off as the road to the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Hell in a Cell began. AJ Styles kicked things off on Monday Night Raw, addressing the WWE Universe about his amazing win over at Clash of Champions over Dean Ambrose and Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship. Styles addressed how he overcame the odds and did what he said, and how he's looking forward to fighting Seth Rollins in a rematch from a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. But AJ Styles, before he could talk more about Seth Rollins, was interrupted by the returning King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, who for the first time since Hell in a Cell made an appearance on Monday Night Raw. Nakamura explained that he is back for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get his rematch for the Universal Championship after being screwed over at SummerSlam by AJ Styles hitting a chair shot to him to get the pinfall and pin the formerly undefeated King of Strong Style. Nakamura said that he wants his rematch at WWE Hell in a Cell, and The Rock confirmed it. It will be a triple threat Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. Can Nakamura get back the title that he almost won at Hell in a Cell? Well, we'll find out. In 2 weeks' time. We also had on Monday Night Raw the beginning of the tag team tournament, as the Hardy Boys wants to defend their Raw Tag Team Championships in a fatal four-way tornado tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. We began with qualifying matches as Heavy Machinery made their debut against the Golden Truth, and they took them out swiftly in an amazing tag team match. It's going to be very interesting to see the teams that enter this tag team qualifying matches, as any team on Monday Night Raw can enter these matches. We'll see who enters this week as the tournament continues this week on Monday Night Raw. We should have all three teams by the Go Home Show Raw, and the Hardy Boys will know who they'll be fighting in the ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles. Jeff Hardy will, as I'm getting exclusive breaking news, Jeff Hardy will talk about why him and his brother wanted to do a fatal four-way tornado tag team match on the Go Home Show Raw to Hell in a Cell. That is the breaking news I am getting right into my headset. What a matchup that was on Monday Night Raw. We also got on Monday Night Raw news of Alexa Bliss hosting a blissful open challenge for Hell in a Cell about the newest member that will be joining the Monday Night Raw roster. Well, that newest member will be revealed next week on Monday Night Raw, as Alexa Bliss will hold the Bliss coronation, as she will reveal her opponent for Hell in a Cell, who has been traded to Monday Night Raw. Well, we'll find out next week on Monday Night Raw. Do not miss that one. That's going to be massive news. That is the Go Home Show Monday Night Raw. Bliss will kick things off on that Monday Night Raw to see who she'll be fighting at Hell in a Cell. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match will get a future Raw Women's Championship shot after Survivor Series. And then we moved on as Samoa Joe took on the debuting to Monday Night Raw Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, after Dillinger became a free agent after he was put on the shelf from his injuries on SmackDown Live. Dillinger and Joe put on a classic against each other, but in the end, Dillinger could not hang with the United States champion, who is looking to defend that title in Hell in a Cell against the Beast, Brock Lesnar, for the United States title at Hell in a Hell in a Cell matchup. The Beast will have his first ever Beast Open challenge this week on Monday Night Raw. It will kick things off on Monday Night Raw. Who will it be? Well, we'll find out to kick things off on Monday Night Raw. The also big major news piece we seen was Charlotte Flair took on Bianca Belair in a one-on-one action, where the winner will get to fight Naomi for the Raw Women's Championship at Hell in a Cell. It was a tale of two styles, but in the end, Bianca fell to the Queen as the Queen regained her throne and beat Bianca Belair to head to Hell in a Cell. It's going to be very interesting to see if the Queen could dethrone Naomi for the Raw Women's Championship. Well, I'm getting you geeky news. Charlotte will address the WWE Universe about her matchup with Naomi this week on Monday Night's Raw. I'm looking forward to that one. Then Hideo Itami took on Curtis Axel in a United States Championship qualifying matchup as Itami beats Axel, and he will be headed to Hell in a Cell. Now, these matches, Monday Night Raw qualifying matches to see who will qualify for the triple threat matchup, number one condition matchup at Hell in a Cell. The winner of that triple threat will take on whoever the United States Championship is on the Raw After Survivor Series. That is the major stipulation on that one. Since Survivor Series will be Raw versus SmackDown, we need people to challenge for the championships after Survivor Series, and Stephanie McMahon and The Rock want to make the Raw after Survivor Series watchable with two major championships on the line in the United States, in the United States and Universal Championship. That is why those matches are so huge. So Itami was the first one to qualify, and we'll have yet another qualifying match this week on Monday Night Raw. KJ Jones then we had KJ Jones talk to the WWE Universe about his European Championship victory before he was rudely interrupted by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler came out and said KJ Jones is a cardboard copy of himself, and KJ can't talk about Samuel Lewis being a copycat. Ziggler went on to say that he wants Jones in a one-on-one matchup to end this fantasy, and he wants the European Championship. Jones accepted, but Jones wants to put Ziggler in a test this week on Monday Night Raw. So Dolph Ziggler will take on a opponent of KJ Jones' choosing this week on Raw. Who will it be? Well, you guys will have to find out on Monday Night Raw, as Ziggler will take on an opponent of Jones' choosing. Then we have the spectacular main event of Shinsuke Nakamura and Dean Ambrose. These two tore the house down, as this was Nakamura's first matchup since SummerSlam, where he lost to AJ Styles via Styles cheating. Those two put on the classic. In the end, Nakamura was able to get the victory and in a classic main event. Then McIntyre took on Bray Wyatt in a Universal Championship qualifying match. As I stated earlier, with the United States Championship, the same applies for the Universal title. So the winner of that Hell in a Cell matchup at Hell in a Cell will get a Universal Championship on the Raw After Championship shot in the main event of the Raw After Survivor Series, as the NWO member Drew McIntyre was successful as he beat the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt in one-on-one action. That was SmackDown Live, and I can tell you guys exclusively, the main event of that was Monday Night Raw, I can tell you guys exclusively, the main event of Monday Night Raw will be Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Seth Rollins, as we get a preview of WWE Hell in a Cell, with those two going at it in your main event evening. We move on to Monday Night Raw, as it was the tagline of Who's Going to No Mercy. We kick things off with the boss Triple H, as he announced that the WWE Championship will be contested in a fatal four-way match later on that night, as Finn Balor had to face the same four men that he faced at WWE Clash of Champions in a rematch after the controversial ending. Then we moved on to Undisputed Era in their first of three matches of the night, as Undisputed Era completely dominated the night, as Adam Cole and Roger Strong made their debuts against the Usos. They had tore the house down and beat the Usos in tag team competition, as Undisputed Era looking like a force to be reckoned with on SmackDown Live as they look to shock the system. Then we had Rob Havoc take on Goldberg in the one-on-one action, as well as Rob Havoc made quick work of Goldberg as he completely destroyed him. And I have an update on Goldberg. Goldberg is contemplating retirement after losing to Rob Havoc in such a manner where Havoc didn't even have to take off his jacket. I talked with Goldberg, and Goldberg told me that he's contemplating retirement as the younger generation is catching up to him, and he might not be able to survive in today's WWE. So Havoc made Goldberg consider retirement after Havoc took Goldberg out with ease. But that didn't come out as a price, as Roman Reigns wants the Undisputed Era at No Mercy, as Reigns will call out Havoc this week on SmackDown Live to discuss the terms and conditions. Then we have Bobby Fish take on the premier athlete Tony Nese, as Fish made his first match as Cruiserweight Champion, and Fish dominated and took out Tony Nese, and the premier athlete fell in that matchup. And then after that, we had Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, make his return to WWE Universe mode as he confronted the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. After Zayn said there's nobody that can stop him, Kurt Angle came out and said, "You haven't fought an Olympic gold medalist," as Sami Zayn was shook to the core. So it was announced that Zayn will take on Kurt Angle for the Intercontinental Championship at WWE No Mercy, but on one condition: Angle has to beat the Viper Randy Orton next week on SmackDown Live. So this week on SmackDown, it's confirmed it will be Angle versus Orton, and if Angle wins, Sami Zayn will have to defend that Intercontinental Championship against Kurt Angle in a one-on-one match. Then Chris Danger took on Elias in an impressive Alliance debut for Danger as he made quick work of the Drifter, and Danger's looking to be a force to be reckoned with as he wants that United Kingdom Championship. Batista made quick work of King Booker as well, as King Booker had a long way to walk to the ring, as Booker T is dead. That's what King Booker said. The 5-time world champion is now the king of SmackDown Live. Well, Batista did not look too pleased with that one as he made quick work of King Booker, as Batista said he wants real competition at No Mercy, as he wants the first member of Team Shane McMahon at No Mercy. And we'll see who that'll be over in the next couple of weeks. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship as Aleister Black, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, and Finn Balor did battle in a classic Fatal 4-Way elimination main event matchup. It was a classic matchup which seen Balor and Black be the final two, but in the end, Finn Balor was able to survive, and it's confirmed now. The Dead Man versus the Demon in the main event of No Mercy for the WWE Championship. As this week on SmackDown, The Undertaker makes his return to action for the first time since No Mercy, as he takes on one of the Alliance members in the main event of SmackDown Live, as somebody wants revenge on the Dead Man. We'll find out what that is this week on SmackDown. Also, the Intercontinental Champion is in the building to watch Kurt Angle take on Randy Orton, as well as Sami Zayn will be in the building this week on SmackDown. And Pete Dunne makes his return to SmackDown for the first time since beating the big dog Roman Reigns, as the new United Kingdom Champion will be in action this week on SmackDown Live. But ladies and gentlemen, I have some exclusive news and exclusive footage for you guys of Tommaso Ciampa and Samuel Lewis, as at a BCW event, ladies and gentlemen, Samuel Lewis and Tommaso Ciampa did battle, as Ciampa walked out of WWE after a contract dispute on SmackDown Live, And Samuel Lewis, all of a sudden, he had walked. All of a sudden, Samuel Lewis did the same thing when he had walked out after Clash of Champions. So I have footage from a fan from a fan here of Lewis and Ciampa doing battle in a one-on-one match. So arguably two of the biggest free agents went at it here, and you guys will see this footage, and I will come back after the footage is over, as this was shocking. As you guys can see here, this is a BCW event. BCW is the company owned by Baron Blade. Lewis and Ciampa did battle in a non-WWE event. We haven't seen Ciampa and Lewis since they walked out the company, and they did battle at BCW. This is footage from this brawl here. I can't believe what I am seeing here, as two of the biggest guys in the universe mode are at non-WWE events. You can see their names right there. That's Samuel Lewis. He's still hosting the NWO gear, as it was in the Metropolitan Center for BCW, this independent company owned by Baron Blade. Baron Blade has picked up Samuel Lewis and Tommaso Ciampa after they walked out of WWE. You can just see this footage. I don't know what's going on with this situation here, ladies and gentlemen. These two put on a classic matchup, I can tell you guys that. They just went back and forth here, and they just was taking it to each other. It was just absolute craziness that we've got here in this footage. As you can see, Samuel Lewis, leg look that went for that leg drop there. I could commentate this, but this is just exclusively here. This is all caught by a fan. Fan went to BCW, had cameras, and he caught this footage for us, and we're getting it live here for Speaking University and showing this to the world. Nobody has seen this. BCW is not televised. A fan had cameras, and he is showing this footage to us gracefully of Samuel Lewis and Tommaso Ciampa doing battle. Cover one. And Samuel Lewis, you can see here, has not lost a step since being outside of WWE here. Look at this. Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa was on a roll here. Goodness. What about the big story of Tommaso Ciampa? I can't believe Tommaso Ciampa is still kicking it here, and he was very impressive. He walked out of the company. He relinquished the Cruiserweight Championship. And we had to crown another Cruiserweight Champion, but it seems like he's fine and dandy on his own without WWE. As you see Samuel Lewis kicked out at 2, and wait a minute, you can see here Finn Balor. Finn Balor showed up at this BCW event and confronted Tommaso Ciampa, and allowed Samuel Lewis to take advantage of the distraction, and Lewis drop kicked Tommaso Ciampa afterwards, and Lewis got back into the matchup here. This is just a weird matchup, as you guys can see here, and look, oh man, then Lewis with the kick to the back, and then Lewis went for that patented spear. As the spear there, and Ciampa seemed like he was out cold, but Ciampa got the shoulder up regardless, and Lewis could not believe it. As you can see, Finn Balor on the right side of corner of the screen there, he was and he showed up at this BCW event, and Tommaso Ciampa still seemed like he was kicking and ready to go. A beautiful move, but Lewis got the shoulder up. I don't know how long this footage is, but I'm just showing you what I got here, guys. Oh my goodness. This matchup seemed like it went a while here. And the main event of this BCW event, oh goodness. Tommaso Ciampa seemed like he was on a roll here. And an elbow drop by Ciampa. The cover here. 2, and Lewis kicked out again. As Ciampa, can't believe it. These two put on a classic here at this BCW event. I can't believe it. This is not live, folks. This is all recorded here by the camera that this fan got. You got a WWE quality camera here as Ciampa put the knees into the back again of Lewis, and it seemed like Lewis was out there. As Tommaso Ciampa got the victory, the distraction didn't help for Samuel Lewis as he still lost here to Tommaso Ciampa. But the big story here is Ciampa and Lewis are big stars in BCW here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. This is exclusive footage that I'm just showing to you guys right here on Speaking Universally. Wow. I am absolutely stunned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have updates on Tommaso Ciampa, as even JoJo was here. Just crazy. Well, we'll have updates on Tommaso Ciampa and Samuel Lewis when we get them. Thank you so much for joining me for Speaking Universally. See you guys from Monday Night Raw on Tuesday for Universe Mode. I'm out.